So the 60-day legislative session is underway, and it'll run through March 13th. So what are the big issues this year?
Well, we've got a few. I mean, transportation, of course, has been something we've been talking about all year. There's a lot of issues, though, related to transportation. I hope as the session proceeds that we'll be able to get more into the weeds on that, what the details and concerns are that we have there. We've got education. Of course, there was just a recent decision by the state Supreme Court, making some strong assumptions and desires of the court as to what the legislature should do. And so that, of course, is going to be a big issue. Jobs in the economy, though, I still think remain the top issue. I've got a record number of people still unemployed or underemployed, and so we want to make sure that the jobs are taken care of first and the economy picks back up, because we're still in a very fragile economy there. And so those are kind of my priorities.
So Olympia can seem like a faraway place, kind of hard to understand at times. How does the average person get involved down here in Olympia?
Well, probably one of my favorite things to do in Olympia is dealing with constituent issues. My most fun is when they actually come down here and meet with me face to face on issues. But I have a lot of fun, and it's a big challenge to try and help some of the concerns that people are dealing with back at home, whether it be education issues or dealing with state agencies. They've got small businesses or family issues. The constituent work for me is a lot of fun. Typically, too, with constituent work, usually it doesn't involve a bill. I don't necessarily have to run a piece of legislation to solve those problems. Usually we're able to bring secretaries of state agencies in and try and, within the agency itself, try and get those problems solved.
And you'll also be holding a telephone town hall meeting on February 6th.
Yeah, those are fun. I've done several of those. What a telephone town hall is it's an opportunity for you as a citizen to call in and listen to conversations going on where people have the opportunity to ask us questions, ask myself a question, and then have me directly respond so that you get to hear me answer the question. It's fun. Typically we'll have several thousand people on the line at the same time, and we try to answer as many questions as we possibly can. No notes, it's all impromptu, it's a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite things to do.
So you like to encourage a two-way conversation with your constituents whenever possible?
We do, and on the screen you'll see my email address, my phone number, different ways to contact me. Sometimes we'll receive a few calls a day, most of the time it's dozens, and sometimes we'll get hundreds on a daily basis. People will contact us with their concerns, and it's our goal to get back to our constituents as fast as we possibly can to help them with their concerns. The other thing too is when we're dealing with issues down here in Olympia, we want to make sure it's a two-way conversation. We've got a pretty advanced technology system going on down here in Olympia where you can actually, as a constituent, you can see what's going on. You can see what bills we're being, faced with, amendments and things like that. And so you're able to communicate to us your immediate concerns in a way that isn't typical in legislatures around the country.